Yeah. Love to see beautiful crowd coming in tonight. We are playing the New Zealand story. This is an arcade game, so we will be attempting to clear this on 1 coin. If not, credit feeding allows us to replay the levels, so we'll be able to get through the run no matter what. Time starts on 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go!
Woo! All right. Who's your favourite Kiwi, everybody? My favourite's the one smoking.
Delinquents.
They don't even look like Kiwis.
Sure they do.
I have a feeling that the people who made this game might not be quite familiar with what Kiwis are.
So,
But this is the New Zealand story.
yeah, it's the entire story of New Zealand.
Help me.
Wow, that's a pretty dire help me there.
So we have not really... We're not familiar with this game. However,
No.
we are Kiwi connoisseurs.
We are.
Yeah, so this was released in the US in the NES port as Kiwi Craze, both spelled with a K.
As
Otherwise,
you do, yep.
otherwise, it's the New Zealand story. There's no recognition of the stolen land of Aotearoa by Taito in 1988, which makes sense for a company which was basically a cult in upper management at that time. This game was intended, if you may have noticed during the attract mode, let's see if the audio bug happens. Nope. You may have noticed in the attract mode, the message, this is dedicated to all maze game fans. That's because, despite 1988 being relatively early in the history of video games at this point, it was already a time for throwbacks and swan songs for genres. There was very much an internal admission at Taito that things like arcade platform games are very much falling out of vogue and not really viable financially, because things like the Famicom were just being able to be much more viable platforms for stuff like platformers. So this game was building on a lot of the ideas that earlier Taito games like Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands had. Now, if you mash the jump button, then you can fly, but the category allows us to have, this is an 80% category. The Japanese player base allows auto fires because you got to protect your hands, so that's the exit to the level there. We are ignoring that. This game has 20 levels. We're currently at about level 6. I think this is either 2-1 or 2-2. Much like Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands, there's a ton of secrets in this game. For example, we've already gone through one secret warp. We're in another secret warp right now. And of course, that's the exit to this warp down there. So naturally, we're going to take a secret warp within the secret warp. This secret warp has a face which is a tribute to another game the dev team worked on, the Fairyland story. If you chat or the commentary, if you feel like looking it up, look up the MSX box art for the Fairyland story. It's adorable. They just recreated a bunch of the game's assets using a bunch of felt.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really cute. Oh, come on. Give me that. This is mostly a game of basically performing Grand Theft Balloon. People have balloons, you will steal their balloons.
I'm impressed at how this game has so many different ways for the Kiwis to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so far we've had floating platforms, we've had balloons, and we've just had mashing.
Mm-hmm. This is a good time for donations. We're just going to be swimming for about 20 seconds.
No worries. There aren't any fresh ones right now, but I would just like to remind everybody that we are AusSpeedruns. We're a bunch of extremely passionate gamers who play video games very quickly in support of charities. We are supporting Game On Cancer for this event. Organisation focused on supporting early career cancer researchers working across all areas of cancer research, aiming to make this the last generation to die of cancer.
Okay, so, yeah, let's go. So, as I may have mentioned, this game has 5 worlds with 4 levels each, and, you know, we've seen like 4 levels, right? So we're actually at the end of World 3 right here. This is the first boss and also the last boss we'll be seeing in this run.
That's a scary baby.
And I apologize for destroying everyone's ears just then. Now, next is 4-1. We're coming up to one of the harder skips.
Oh, you've changed islands.
Mm-hmm. And down to the South Island now. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not good. I need to... Oh, this is extremely not good. I need to respawn that duck. Hopefully if I walk here and then do this, it'll respawn. No, we may have to take a death here. Things are not going to plan right now. Yeah, I need a lift. Hey, there we are.
There we go.
Alright, so that is a really bad set of circumstances because I've completely blown up my drop table. This game has a fixed set of item drops where I had the drop table written down, but then I left my notes in the car. So yeah, the drop table, there's a bunch of fruit and then there's an item which you actually want. Now this is one of the harder skips in the game and we're going to have to probably take a couple of deaths trying to pull it off. We do something like... No, that's not it. Okay, this is the last slice, so let me just sit back here and think for a bit. And
No mercy.
Oh no, Kiwi.
So if you die, if your last life on a credit is death via projectile rather than a terrain hazard, you go to heaven. We have the tech crew just saying, what?
Yeah.
Yes, and when you're in heaven, there's two things that can happen. The first is, if you talk to the Seraph at the end, then you'll get a non-standard game over, where basically you achieve Nirvana, but you feel like, wasn't there something you're supposed to be doing back on Earth? Or, you can find the secret exit, like so, and that lets us skip the level.
Super Paper Mario
What does
could have
it
learned a few
mean
lessons.
to skip heaven?
We left! You can leave heaven!
We're busy.
So in a game with...
We got places to be.
So, yeah, you know, like 5 or so levels into the game, we are now at the 17th level.
So hang on, you said it was an any percent.
Yep.
Is the non-standard ending not good enough?
No, because it doesn't have credits.
Ah. So it's not...
Yeah.
I see.
And because then we wouldn't learn what the New Zealand story is, like we're going to learn.
Do you think speedrunners have ever had respect for knowing what the story is?
Oh, you'll see. Oh, that's one of the hardest bits in the entire run. Okay, we need these guys to also walk in the right way so that they don't kill me. Now, ideally, I would have died before... I would have done all the heaven stuff before hitting 70,000 points, as that would get me a 1-up at 70,000, which I would be using to have a bit of extra safety for the rest of this run. But, you know, we had that kerfuffle and that madness there, and we wound up hitting the 70k there. Alright, we're going to just jump into thin air here. And steal the UFO in mid-flight.
I think that's our 5th flight mechanic so far.
Yeah, this one freely controls with just the stick. The others you have to hold the jump button to move up.
You say stick, but you're not playing on a...
Oh yeah, I was
stick.
gonna use an arcade stick, but then my stick died a couple of months ago, and the one that I'm currently using doesn't have Switch compatibility. So I'm using a leverless controller today, you know. Figured I'd use a different controller for all 3 of my runs. Oh, nice, the apple. And if the camera wants to take a look, check out all the nonsense on the nonsense stickers we got. So, yeah, this game is a throwback to the genre of maze games, as it said. We haven't really seen any of the interesting maze layouts this game has because we're kind of ignoring the entire game. So, the last world, we don't have any major skips until the very last level. So we get to actually just enjoy level design for a bit, which means we get to enjoy the one song this game has. Hisayoshi Ogura definitely phoning it in on this particular workday. He's not quite doing like his Darius 1 level soundtracks in this game.
Well, they can't all be winners. Do you have time for a quick donation?
Absolutely. This is the longest level. We can do as many as we want.
We have $15 from Havra asking the eternal question, what are birds?
We just don't know.
Yeah.
We also have $55 from Monkey, who wants to put this towards naming Zidane Monkey in Final Fantasy IX.
Alrighty.
Good luck, everyone. Thank
Good.
you for your generous donation.
Have we met the Necron, the blindfolded Necron?
We absolutely have. That one is extremely mass.
Lovely. Yeah, they were practicing the contingencies in the room when I was last in there practicing the New Zealand story, a game we are learning a lot about. This game had home computer ports mostly. There were a few console ports, the Master System, the Famicom, the Mega Drive. Obviously some later ports like the PlayStation Portable and PlayStation 2. From memory, different regions of the PSP release use different ROM sets. Because there's a bunch of variations in the levels of the enemy layouts depending on whether it's the prototype, the second prototype, the world board, or the final Japanese board.
I guess it's just whatever they found lying around on the day.
And yeah, otherwise there was a remarkable amount of like European personal computers, like the ZX Spectrum, the 80 Amstrad and stuff. All wound up with ports of this as well as the Amiga, obviously for Europe, the Commodore 64. Oh. This one is, you know, it's a flight-based maze one. This one's also a fairly simple one. If we've got another donation, we can get away with that.
Well, I'm afraid I've stretched the laptop a little too far. It's out of juice, so Ali's just going to go and look it up on the public page. In the meantime, yeah.
All right, final level, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
The ice in this game is terrifying. We're going to neutral jump here. Just to see what that cluster's doing. Should be able to jump that. Nice. Gonna neutral jump here as well. See what sort of cannon we have so we don't get hit by splash damage. Tap the jump button on these to get minimum horizontal reach. So ice only kicks in after a few frames of actually being on the ice, at which point it will slide you in the direction that you jumped in order to land on that platform. So when we get past all this section and climb up to that next layer above us, we can see.
Fly, the kiwi, fly.
I believe in you.
Oh, no, that's gonna hit me. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
So now we need to basically make a reverse C shape around the rest of the map in order to get to the end. I'm gonna take a ride on that speedy duck. Oh. Come on,
back,
come
duck.
on. Come on.
Okay, collision on those things is very handy.
Okay, how do I get out of here again? There's definitely a way to... Come on. Oh no, I think I just gotta jump over there. Oh, even better.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, we need to just get up. Oh, come on. Alright, we're gonna take care of them and respawn some enemies for a bit. Hey, can you, like, move over here, mate? Okay, we're gonna have to respawn a bunch of enemies and then go. So we've got to make that big C shape to get around the stage, or if we get these guys to appear again. Alright, here we go. We're gonna take a shot, and we're gonna use the death animation to clip through the floor and reach the end of the game.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
That was time.
All right.
To learn the story. What is the New Zealand
we have
story?
to,
Yeah.
Here is Nature Zoological Gardens in North Island. Two Kiwis called Tiki and Fifi live together with many fellows. If you want to help me live with many fellows, call me. One day, Fifi and other fellows are carried off by a leopard seal who came from the Antarctic Ocean.
That's a very happy-looking leopard seal.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh,
there's
I'm
a
gonna
whole
find
bunch
out.
of fellows.
Oh, wait until you find out what he's doing with many fellows. The leopard seal is selling kiwis in various places on the black market. Tiki goes on a journey to help Fifi and other fellows out of the dangerous places.
Wow, you should feel grateful that's not just doing what a leopard seal should have done. Come on, like, nom nom.
And you should know well the story after this, because you would make the story after this by yourself.
I love this grammar.
Yeah.
It's like almost
good.
passable. It's almost passable.
It almost goes around the way into feeling poetic.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was the
I mean,
New Zealand
it is
story.
poetic. We died. We came back.
Mhm.
We've seen heaven.
We're truly
Yeah.
redeemers.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for watching. That's it for the New Zealand story. I'll see you on Sunday morning.
Good evening, ASM.
Woo!
We're still getting set up, but I'd just love to welcome you to the night shift for another night of awesome video gaming action. We're going to be doing a little bit of Final Fantasy IX. It's going to be amazing. But before we get into that, I do, in fact, have a $15 donation from Mutski. It says, hey gang, your speed bud Kev popping in to wish all the FF cuties good luck on the greatest game ever made. Well, that is until I just discovered New Zealand Story, which is now the greatest game ever made. Hope you all have a fun run. And I can't read the rest of it because it's just gone under the thing. Excellent. Good evening, ASM. We're sitting nice and pretty at 12K, and we're going to take you through into the dawn of tomorrow with some lovely FF9. But before we get to that, I have a cheeky $15 that I need to read out from Nico Sar, who says, I'm over the moon after these last runs for Thursday night. Thanks to Board Banana, Mookie, Fox Machine, and Pitchy. It was an honor being behind the desk for your amazing runs. Good luck to the FF9 crew. And that was chucked towards the Breath of the Wild incentive. But without any further ado, it's time for an FF9 any % relay.